Mystery Mystery House, that strange publishing firm owned by Dan and Barbara Glenn, where each new novel is acted out by the Mystery House staff before it is accepted for publication. Mystery House.
Well, come right on in, gang. We're waiting for you.
Hi, Mr. Glenn. Got a good story for us to act out tonight?
Well, you'll have to ask Barbie about that. How about it, Barb?
Well, it's certainly an unusual story. The kind that has you holding your breath.
Holding your breath. Say, that's old stuff for radio announcers, Bobby. They have to be able to hold their breath for smooth sentences.
How do you mean, Tom?
Well, it's kind of hard to explain, but...
Okay, places, everybody. Set the scene.
Danger. Man at bay. Tonight's story opens in the living room of a pleasant home. Walt Marvin has just come in and talks to his sister.
Lock it, Molly.
Walt, what are you doing here?
You read the papers, didn't you? They're after me.
You'll come here the first thing. You've no right to come here. You'll get me into trouble.
Trouble? You don't know what trouble is.
On the radio, they said the police had been instructed to kill you on sight.
Oh, they did, huh?
Walt, you can't stay here. You've got to get out.
You don't say so.
Walt, listen to me. Frank and I have our reputations to worry about.
That's too bad about you and Frank.
You've done nothing but get into trouble ever since you were a kid. You've disgraced the whole family. I remember how much...
Shut up. This is no time to talk about Mom. Where can I hide?
I don't know.
Oh, so it's going to be like that, huh?
You killed him and you shot him in cold blood.
Yeah?
Please say you killed him. They know.
They're smart guys, aren't they?
Well, if you hadn't killed him, you wouldn't be running away.
You never had the cops chase you, have you?
You've taken care of that for the whole family.
I'm going to get sore in a minute, Molly. If a guy's own sister can't give him a break, I don't know who can.
I've got my own life to live, Walt. It's bad enough people knowing you were my brother. All the trouble you've been in.
I've never been in any real trouble before, sis. This is it, the works. Get the stars out of your eyes and get this straight. This is the showdown. It's me or the cops.
You should have thought of that when you killed that man.
Joey Day? Don't shed any tears over him. He's lucky he didn't get it sooner. Lousy little rat.
Well, you killed him.
Listen, what difference does it make whether I killed him or not? The cops say I did. They're after me. They got their guns loaded and they're all set for a little marksmanship practice. You say I'm a killer.
You are.
Well, unless you give me some help, you're a killer, too. I'm your brother, ain't I? You're the only person in the whole lousy world I can ask to give me a break.
But Frank doesn't like you. If we get into trouble by helping you, Oh, Walt, it'd be terrible for me.
Don't worry about that, bum.
You've no right to call Frank a bum. He's done a lot better than you have. He isn't hiding from the police.
Cut it out. I don't even like to hear you talk about that guy.
I've given you money. I've lied. I've gotten out of jail. And now I have to think about myself.
Think about yourself tomorrow. Tonight, think about me. Oh, just this once, Molly. It'll be the last time I'll be honest.
Honest? You couldn't be honest if your life depended on it.
Oh, look, kid. Remember how I bought you a doll on your 10th birthday? You never had one?
You stole the money to get it?
Well, what if I did? That's not any of the things the other kids had. Brought up on charity, supposed to be grateful for the scraps people threw us. The point is, I took chances for you. I'm always taking chances for you.
You never learned to live honestly. I didn't have to be a crook just because we were poor. I've gotten along all right. I have a nice home. I'm happy.
Molly, for the love of heaven, cut it out. As soon as those dumb flat feet get to thinking they're going to come here.
Frank will just know. The whole neighborhood...
The neighborhood ain't on the verge of getting filled with lead, is it? Oh, it's too late. They're coming here. Go outside. Beat it. Get out of here.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to shoot it out with them. If there aren't more than 4, I might have a chance.
Walt, you can't murder any more people. They'll kill you sure. Go on now. I'll have Frank get you. If you didn't kill that Joey Day, I'll see
you still believe in fairy tales, don't you? Listen, I could walk out of here with my hands over my head. They'd still plug me. They're after me. Look, they're getting out of the car now, up the corner.
Smash that big bag on the mantle. Quick, smash it.
I don't need money. What I need...
Smash it. But all right, I'll do it myself.
I told you I don't need money.
Now, take it quick. Put it in your pocket. Now, hit me on the head with your gun. Hurry up. What? Do as I say. There's a big steel chest and a couple blankets in my bed. After you hit me, get in and close close it. I think I can take care of the police. Frank, too. Do as I say.
I couldn't hit you,
Molly.
Molly. Oh, no, it's
Don't be a
son.
fool. Hit me on the head hard. You've got to do it. Close your eyes. I don't. Hurry for the help, please.
All right.
You take a look at this bird.
Yeah. His sister, maybe.
The same. It's been here, all right.
You take a look on the floor. What's that China bank?
After money, the dirty rat. See, you suppose he's still around here?
Yeah, we'll see, Burton. But the little lady needs attention. Get her some water.
Have the doc take care of her. I'm anxious to get that Walt Marvin.
We'll get him all right, Burton. But get the little lady a glass of water first. It is a nasty bruise she has on her forehead, poor thing.
Okay, Flannery, okay. But you Irish are all alike. You let your chivalry get you into the darndest messes.
All right.
The guy could be getting 5 blocks away while we're fussing around here.
The water, Burton. Get it.
Okay.
Poor thing. He hurt you bad, kitten. Must be pretty grim to have a louse like that for a brother. Can't even be decent with his own sister. And her a pretty lass like you.
There's the water. Hurry it up.
A bit on the forehead and the rest in the mouth. Yeah, that's the girl. See? She's coming to already. There now. You'll be all right. We'll have a doctor here in no time at all.
He's gone, isn't he?
We'll take care of him all right. Now tell us, what happened?
Oh, he came in here with a gun in his hand. He wanted money. He threatened me.
What do you want the dough for, did he say?
Yes, he said he had to get to Texas tonight. He was in trouble. He had to get out of town.
He wasn't lying about that.
I told him I didn't have any money. He saw the little China pig bank on the mantel and grabbed for it. I tried to stop him. He screamed at me, I got to get out of town. I reached out for the bank and... Well, that's all I remember.
You think he left here?
We better not come back. He knows what's good for him.
I don't blame you for feeling that way. Hitting his own sister like that.
Well, he's no relative of mine. Not after that.
You sure you ain't hiding him somewheres?
Me? Listen, he's the only crook in our family.
How long ago was this?
Well, I don't know. Frank, that's my husband, called and said he had to work late. He said he'd be home in about an hour. Then Walt came in right after that.
You don't know what time it was, huh?
No, I didn't look at my watch. Frank, oh, thank goodness you're home.
Molly, Oh, police, eh? Molly, don't tell me that brother of yours has been here.
That he has, Mr. Gorman.
Why, you've been hurt, darling. I'll get that bum and I'll whip him within an inch of his life.
Now, Mr. Gorman. The police will take care of that in fine shape. You got home when you expected, did you?
Yes, of course. Why?
And that means our little pigeons got near an hour's head start on us. We gotta find out when their train's leaving for Texas or that general vicinity. Or maybe that was a trick. We'll find out when there's trains leaving for any place at all.
You're sure he isn't here? No, we ain't looked yet. Better take a look around.
But Frank, dear, he
We
wouldn't...
better be sure now, darling. He like him. I'm not anxious for any more trouble. Let's give the place once over.
That's a good idea. Burton, you run along back to the station and get reinforcements for covering the railroad and bus stations.
Okay. I'll send another squad car out to pick you up.
Okay. Well, let's get busy. I'll take the clothes closets. Mr. Gorman, if you look out in the kitchen.
Right.
No sign of anybody in any of these closets.
I don't think he's here. He wouldn't have dared.
Yeah, you never know, ma'am. A man who's desperate enough to strike his own sister.
There's no sign of him in the kitchen. Better try the bedrooms.
That's a good idea.
This way.
But wouldn't it be silly for him to hide in the bedrooms, dear? There's no way of getting out of the house from them without going down this hall.
Well, he doesn't have the mentality to figure out a thing like that. The 2 bedroom drawers, sir. Let's try this one first.
You look under the bed. I'll take a peek in the clothes closet.
Right.
Not in there, that's sure. Say, I wonder now.
I wonder if a man could squeeze into that cedar chest.
I hate to have you look in that office, Flannery. It's sort of a catch-all, and I'm afraid it's not very tidy.
Oh, don't mind me. I'll just take a quick look. No, nothing there, officer. Except a rather untidy bunch of blankets.
I'm sorry to get them stripped out.
Well, that leaves one bedroom. Let's see it. Yeah, this way. Right, here we are. Look it over. Not much space to hide in there. Hey, you know, I always feel silly looking for a person under the bed. Not in the clothes closet. Well, that just about takes care of this. If you hear anything from her, let us know.
Yes, we certainly will, officer. And it might be a good idea for you to keep a man posted in the neighborhood just in case.
That I will. Well, I might as well wait out front for the squad car. No need of me disturbing you folks anymore.
It's quite all right, officer.
Well, so long.
Bye.
Well, that's that. You can't imagine how frightened I was when Walt came in and hit me over the head.
You can quit acting.
What?
I saw that bump on your forehead. I thought perhaps you actually had refused to give that bum any help. Then I looked at the cedar chest. I knew it was all an act, Molly.
You saw it?
Of course I saw him.
Well, then,
Why didn't I say anything? Think you can trust that crook? He'd have told the police the whole story. He'd have been thrown into jail right along with him. You hiding a fugitive, a murderer.
I didn't want to help you, Frank. Honest, I didn't. I had to.
He hasn't the decency of a skunk. As you ride in this with him now, Molly.
Well, it was my fault.
You'll have to call the police and say that he came back.
But he wouldn't stay.
I have a gun, dear. I heard what had happened. I knew just about what to expect. He isn't going to get away.
No? Well, I wouldn't reach for that gun if I were you, Frank. There's nothing I'd enjoy any more than putting a bullet right through your head. And don't think that I have anything to lose.
Is Walt Marvin going to kill his sister's husband? And will the police catch him? We'll find out in the second act of tonight's story. Now, Act 2 of Danger, Man at Bay. The scene is the living room of the Frank Gorman home. Frank and his wife, Molly, are seated in two easy chairs, and a third voice comes from behind the piano.
Keep all the lights on and the curtains up. Let everybody see that you're sitting in your living room.
Well, if you had the nerve to come out from behind that piano and fight it out like a man.
You're a great one to talk about fighting like a man, you yellow pup. Going to turn me into the cops without giving me a chance.
I've thought it all over, Walt. I'm going to give you enough money to clear out. Get out of the country.
You are. Oh, Frank, darling.
Cut it. You must think I'm an awful sap, Frank.
I'll give you $1,000 cash. You can ride a long way on the trains for that.
You'd sure like to see me try it, wouldn't you? You know the dicks are lined up all over the railroad station.
Don't you think you owe Molly a little something? I expect you to show me any consideration, but after all, she's entitled to live a respectable life.
Yeah, I guess she is at that, Frank.
She can be mighty proud of you, can't she? Every place she goes, people are going to be whispering, that's Molly Gorman. Her brother, Walt Marvin. You remember? The killer.
Tough, huh?
I guess it's asking too much to expect you to see it. But you can't stay behind that piano forever, Walt. The police are going to be watching this place day after day. Sooner or later, they're going to get you. Once they decide you haven't left town on one of the trains, they'll really concentrate here.
And that's going to embarrass you, ain't it?
Yes, I shouldn't have said that. Embarrassing me seems to make you very happy.
You know what I think I hate most about you, Frank? You came from the right side of the tracks. You had the chance to be quite a guy. And you're the lousiest heel I know.
Yes.
Answer the door. And no funny stuff. It goes for you too, Frank.
Oh, did you find him, Officer Flannery?
No, we're stuck. And nobody that answers his description's been seen near the railroad stations. He's still in town, of that we're sure.
But he might come back here.
Indeed he might. That's what I come to warn you about.
I'm afraid we need more than a warning, officer.
Oh, don't worry. There's 2 men outside right now. One in back and one in the front of the house. They got instructions to shoot to kill the minute they see Walt Marvin.
That's some assurance, I suppose, but don't you think you should have a man inside the house, too?
But that's silly. What for would I put a man in here when we already got men outside?
I don't know. I just wondered. But, you look tired, officer. Molly, why don't you play some music for us?
Oh, I don't feel like playing, Frank.
Oh, come now, darling. I'm sure Officer Flannery would love to hear some good, lively Irish music. You know, that's one thing about the Marvins, Flannery. They all love the piano.
They say most of the Irish is musical. Myself, I never could distinguish a harmonica from a zither.
Oh, you don't know anything about pianos, then?
Not a thing.
That's too bad. I've been wanting someone who knows about them to examine ours.
Officer Flannery, tell me, who is this Joey Day that my brother's supposed to have killed?
Well, ma'am, exactly what he is hard to say. But we think he's a hijack. And we got evidence enough to satisfy us that was his business now that he's gone.
Then you really are sorry he's dead.
Sorry? Indeed, no. Your brother saved us a fair lot of trouble, that he did. A smooth operator, Day was, with high-up connections.
How do you know what killed him?
Well, not much mystery about that one. Your brother was eating lunch with a bunch of booze when he got a phone call. He come back to the table and said he had to go over to Joey Day's office and collect some money.
Well, that hardly proves that he murdered the man, does it?
Well, he was seen going into Day's office. His Dade called the station saying that he was expecting some trouble from one of his truck drivers and to have a man around handy. Our man was just getting there when Walt Marvin come running out. Our man hollers for him to stop, and what does Walt Marvin do but fire a shot at him?
Did he hit the policeman?
No, but he knocked the gun out of his hand. By the time Moriarty got his gun again, Walt Marvin had run down the stairwell. Moriarty went into Day's office and found the guy with a bullet in his head.
My brother... And he isn't afraid to shoot, is he?
Oh, he's desperate. Up to now, he's been what you might call a gnosis to us. Petty rackets. More bother than anything else. But you see, ma'am, he gets cornered with a big rap against him. From now on, he's got nothing to lose.
I see.
He hasn't a chance in the world. He got his fingerprints. He's in our file complete. He's a marked man.
But you haven't found him yet.
So what if we don't get him for a couple of days? None of his hoodlum friends dares do anything for him. He's too hot.
Henry, look out!
Now, it's too late, Frank. But thanks for trying to tip him off anyway.
Walt Marvin. Hey, listen, Marvin.
Pull down the shades, Molly, so I can come out into the room. Hurry up or I'll shoot.
All right.
So, you was here all the time.
I a fool. Why do you think I asked you about putting a man inside the house? Why do you think I kept talking about the piano?
You mean you wasn't hiding him?
Hiding him? You idiot. He was back there with a gun on us.
The same gun I have on you, Flannery. Is your sidekick around?
Burton, he's back at the station.
All right. I want you to call him. Tell him to bring the squad car after you.
No.
I feel the barrel of this gun against your head, Flannery. You won't feel it long unless you make that call.
What do you want? You won't get away with this.
I kind of think I will, Flannery. Now make that call. And don't try any tricks.
Quiet, all of you. I got here as fast as I could, Flint.
Step right on in, Burton. No, I wouldn't reach if I were you.
Thought you was planning.
He's not hurt, Burton. Nothing but his feelings, that is. He doesn't seem to like my clothes nearly as well as his uniform.
When we finally get you in, sonny boy, you're going to get everything in the book.
I'll worry about that when the time comes. Let's have the gun, Burton.
I won't argue with him.
Thanks.
Okay. What next?
I watched you before you rang the doorbell, Burton. You stopped to talk to the man out in front. You told him you were picking up Flannery, did you?
Of course. I recall.
Only because he had a revolver barrel right against the back of me head, Burton. There was nothing I could do.
Absolutely nothing, Flannery. And I don't think there's anything Burton can do about the next part of our little performance.
What's that?
I'm dressed in Flannery's uniform. I have his gun, yours, and mine. I'm going to have one of them in my hand, in my coat pocket, trained on you. I'll have to knock Flannery, my dear brother-in-law, out before we leave.
You mean that...
Exactly. I mean that you and I are going to walk out to the squad car, arm in arm. When we get in, I'm going to drive, and it's going to be quite a trip.
You... What are you planning to do to me?
When we get far enough away from here, I'm going to give you a slight tap over the head, Burton. Enough to make you sleep. Once I get outside your dragnet, I'm not interested in you.
You'll be interested before you get through, all right.
Your descriptions was broadcast all over the state.
That's real flattering, Burton. Okay, Flannery, ready for your sleeping pill?
You keep away from me.
Hold still. Either you take it nice or I'll have to shoot.
You wait.
Stand back, Burton.
Dirty rat. I'll get even with you for this when we pull you in. And don't think I won't remember.
I bet you will, Burton. Sis, I think I can trust you.
I don't know, Walt.
Now just remember, any alarm you give is a bullet right through my heart. Remember that and, well, I don't think I'll have to worry. Okay, Frank.
Okay, what?
I'll have your gun now, too.
I don't have any gun.
Don't lie to me, Frank. Start to pull one out when I walked in on you. Hand it over.
All right.
Sure, here. You fool, Frank. You poor dumb fool. You stand back, Burton. I'm still on my feet. But I still got a gun. Get a knife, sis, quick.
A knife?
Yeah, quick. Get bullet out of my stomach. Got to throw away.
What? I don't understand.
Hurry, got to get bullet. I didn't want you or cops to know.
To know what?
Bullet in me and one and day will be same. Frank's been framing me a long time. His offense for Day killed Day, and he called me and the cops. Didn't want you to know, sis, but had to get the gun.
Frank, is this true?
Of course not. He's trying to get even with me for shooting him.
If it isn't true, give Officer Burton your gun. Give it to him.
That's a good idea, Mr. Gorman. I'll give it to you.
Right in the heart. Keep away from me. Listen, you're going to get it anyway. If I kill you and Molly, Flannery will think that Walt did it. So, you've known all along I was framing you, Walt.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and you're a bigger sap than I thought.
Sis, how crazy about you? You got much insurance, Frank? Better for sis this way, Frank.
It's pretty nice shooting for a man with a bullet through his stomach, Walt.
Poor sis. Sorry, kid.
Oh, we've got to get you to the hospital. Burton, call an ambulance. Get a doctor.
I guess it's no use, Mrs. Gorman.
I'm all mixed up.
I know. You just lost yourself. Quite a guy.